Billie, welcome to Fifi, Fev Nick.
Hi guys, what's going on?
Oh, well,
much.
one, you're coming here next year, so Melbourne is so excited. Hit Me Hard and Soft, the tour, sold out in Melbourne. The album is dropping.
Woo.
And I wanted to know, Billie, when you, what excites you about the process of a new album? Is it the writing, is it the recording, or is it this bit when you get to play it and we all get to react?
I think it's like the moments when Phineas and I get to kind of step back from something we made and like hear it in a more objective way than when you're making it and you're kind of like super nitty and gritty and you're like, it has to be perfect in this part. And when we get to step back and be like, ooh, this is really good. This feels really good. And that drive home from the studio, listening to the song that you made, that's my favorite part of making music. And that's my favorite part of music in general. Like I'll like diddle around, diddle?
Diddle, yeah, that's a great word. We use it down here in Australia. Yeah.
On a
Fiddle?
guitar.
Fiddle,
Like,
diddle.
there's some word, I don't know what the word is, but I'll play a little bit on guitar and I'll like, come up with some melody. And if I record it, I'll listen to it over and over and over in the car. It's my favorite thing to do. I think those are the moments that are really special to me, is that feeling of like, I like what I do and I'm enjoying it. You know what I mean?
Do you give each other high fives in the car and go, geez, we nailed that? You and your brother?
Dude, well, I wish that there were more aha moments. Like I wish there were more like, damn, we killed that. But there really I filmed almost the whole making of the album process, and it's crazy to watch back because when you're making something, you don't realize that you're making it. And so like we're sitting there and I'm watching this video and it's like me sitting there like with the mic and I was improvising what ended up being the verse we use. But in the moment, I didn't know we were going to use it. I didn't know if it was good or not. So I just did it and I put the mic down and I'm like, what should we get for dinner? And like, you're not even like aware of how good it is until kind of later. Like, I wish there were more moments. There are some moments where sometimes we're like, really good.
We're so excited to have you come to Melbourne because we are the music capital of the world. You have sold out in Melbourne. I've got teenage girls who are beside themselves and can't wait to see you. I think last time you were here, you were 15. Have you got some fond memories of Melbourne?
I do. I had so much fun all over Australia. I was like, that was one of my first like trips that I went on. I mean, also like Laneway was my first kind of tour.
Yeah.
Sort of ish, one of my first. And then I also went on this little Australian tour and that was like one of my first. And I had such a good time. And I was like with my whole family and I was like a little tiny 15-year-old baby. And it was so much fun. And I remember actually so well. I don't remember where in Australia, but it was like
Melbourne.
I remember doing right.
It was Melbourne.
But
There's no other cities. It's just Melbourne.
I remember I have a very fond memory of like going off stage and having an encore for the first time and going back out on stage and being like, guys, I don't have another song. That's how baby I only had the songs that I was playing. I didn't have any other songs. So I don't know. I love Australia. I love Melbourne. I can't wait to come back.
Now, famously, Bad Guy features the sound of the iconic traffic light. We have a couple of other iconic Melbourne sounds. Is there any chance of using possibly like a tram ding or an AFL siren? A bit more jarring, that one. Could you get any of those into a track by any chance?
Yeah, no, for sure. I'll be sure to note that and put that on the next album for you, for sure.
Oh, Billie, loving you so much, and congrats on the recent Oscar. What was I made for? One of the songs Fev mentioned this. We've got daughters, and when you released and Bad Guy, I mean, you won a Grammy Song of the Year. That song touched me so much. Like I would play it incessantly every time I got in the car. Bad Guy, Bad Guy, and I had a baby when you released it in 2019. She's now 4, and it got to the stage where I played it so much. And this is a compliment to you, but it's not going to sound like it. She's traumatized by it. And I've got some audio.
Baby, what song don't you like?
Bad Guy.
Boing. Did Mummy play it too much?
It's so fun. Look, I can't play it. It's like in her brain, and now it's hard for me to get it in the car.
No, I bet I'm like, I wonder what song my kids are gonna feel like that too. Cause I be like that, girl. I'm like you, girl. I'm like, when I like a song, I am
Go hard.
going to, and I'm gonna play it over and over and over. I'm like, for me, like I don't ever get tired of a song or like a movie that I love or a show or a meal. Like I'm obsessive with this kind of thing. Like I will have the same meal for every meal for weeks because I love it so much. And
that's like me. And then when you, What Was I Made For? So she loves What Was I Made For? So we have that on in the car, but you'll love this. Your photo comes up on the big screen in my car, and she's in the back loving What Was I Made For and going, oh, bad guy. So she looks at your photo and freaks out.
My God, dude. Are you just torturing this little girl?
I was going to bring her here to meet you just to let you know it was all okay. But we'll be seeing you. She'll be coming to the concert next year. And also, we were talking about Coachella. So
Yes.
you've got Lana Del Rey invited you up on the stage at Coachella to perform a few weeks ago. Who's someone who you'd love to invite if you're up on stage? If you could have anyone in the world, any of your people you've loved growing up.
I mean, I kind of have gotten to live the dream. I had, I've performed with Lana now, I guess only once. And that was nuts. I mean, who could ever have a thought that would ever happen in my life? And then last, I guess 2022 December, I did a couple shows in LA in my hometown, and I got like Donald Glover to come out and sing with me.
Right.
And that was amazing. And I got my friend Phoebe to come and sing, and Dave Grohl and Labyrinth. And I think that was that it? I'm not sure. But I've really like performing with other people is so scary and it's so amazing. And like just as a fan, it fills me with joy and nerves I can't even explain. It's so much fun. I can't wait to do more of it, really.
How do you find new ways to bring your shows to the next level? Like, because your shows are pretty cool. Like, the kids love it. Are you going to do anything spectacular when you come to Australia that's going to blow everyone away?
Honest to God, I have no idea yet, but yes, I'm going to. I'm in the works right now. It's all in the works. I got all sorts of calls that I'm on and lots of ideas, and I refuse to let it not be so much fun. So it's going to be very, very fun. I don't know what it will be, but it will be fun.
Well, Billie Eilish, we cannot wait. Hit Me Hard and Soft, the tour. You're going
Hit me hard and soft.
Please don't hit me, Fev. And also, the new album drops this week, so we will be playing it on the Fox, and we'll be seeing you next year. Thank you so much for joining us on the show.
Of course. Thanks so much, guys. I'll see you next year.